The first tendrils of sunlight stretched across the horizon, painting the sky in soft hues of golden promise. A new day was dawning, yet beneath this breathtaking display, a silent war was being waged in homes around the world. It wasn't a battle fought with swords or guns, but with a far more insidious foe, laziness. This invisible enemy slithered into our lives, whispering sweet nothings of comfort and ease, its siren song a tempting melody of just 5 more minutes. Have you ever felt its grip tighten around you? That voice in your head, urging you to squeeze in just one more episode, another blissful moment under the covers, or the seductive lie that tomorrow is a better day to chase your dreams. If you even gave a silent nod, you're not alone. This struggle against inertia, this universal yearning to stay put, is as common as the air we breathe. But within this internal tug-of-war lies a pivotal decision, the line that separates the dreamers from the doers, the wishful thinkers from the achievers. It's the decision to rise above the comfort of the status quo and overcome the whispers of laziness. I remember a time, years ago, when I stood at a similar crossroads. The path of least resistance sprawled invitingly to my left, a tempting expanse paved with excuses and the allure of comfort. To my right, a narrow path beckoned, marked with the promise of growth, effort, and personal achievement. It seemed daunting. A choice with the weight of my future hanging in the balance. But a choice it was, and one that had to be made. That decision to take that less traveled path has shaped the very core of who I am today. The battle against laziness, what I came to understand, lies at the very heart of personal growth. It's the stark realization that talent, luck, or even opportunity aren't the cornerstones of achievement. It's the relentless pursuit of progress, the unwavering commitment to taking action that builds the foundation for success. The most magnificent castles, I mused, weren't erected overnight. They rose majestically, stone by painstaking stone. The most bountiful gardens weren't born from grand gestures, but from the careful nurturing of a single seed, its growth fueled by diligence and care. But how do we ignite that spark of action within ourselves? How do we transform the seductive whispers of laziness into a burning desire to move forward? The answer, surprisingly, lies not in some grand gesture, but in a monumental shift of mindset. It's about reframing our perception of effort, recognizing it not as a burden, but as the fuel that propels us towards our goals. Imagine yourself standing at the foot of a mountain, your dreams perched triumphantly at the peak. Laziness would have you turn away, content with the familiar ground beneath your feet, but the path to your aspirations. Though challenging, is paved with the small, consistent steps you take each day. It's the early morning spent working on your project, the extra mile run, the late night dedicated to learning a new skill. These seemingly insignificant actions, when strung together, become the powerful force that carries you closer to your summit. There will be days, inevitably, when the allure of the easy path is deafening, when the comfort of your bed or the distraction of your phone seems infinitely more appealing than the work that needs to be done. But it's in these moments that the choice to overcome laziness becomes most crucial. It's about acknowledging the voice of resistance, but then consciously choosing to silence it. It's about remembering the grand vision that ignited your passion in the first place, the dream that still whispers promises of a brighter future. The battle against laziness is a lifelong one, the constant negotiation between comfort and growth. But with each victory, no matter how small, we chip away at its power. We become stronger, more resilient, and a little closer to the person we were always meant to be. Remember, the path to achievement may not be easy, but the view from the top is absolutely breathtaking. So, take that first step, embrace the discomfort, and let the journey begin. Every morning, a new day dawns, a fresh 24 hours handed to us. These are the same hours Michelangelo used to paint the Sistine Chapel, the same hours Shakespeare poured into his timeless plays. It's the very currency of greatness, and yet the difference between those who achieve and those who don't lies not in the time itself, but in how they choose to spend it. Will you let these precious hours trickle through your fingers like sand, or will you seize them, molding them into the masterpiece of your own life? It's the path from dreaming to doing. From paralysis to progress starts with a single, resolute step. It ignites the moment you decide that today, not some imagined future, is the day you grab hold of your destiny. It's the moment you look laziness dead in the eye and declare, "You don't control me. I am the architect of my future, and my foundation is built on relentless effort, not flimsy excuses." As the sun paints the sky with the promise of a new day, a crucial choice awaits you. Will you embrace the boundless potential this day holds, or will you succumb to the seductive whispers of laziness, letting the moment slip away? Remember, The power to decide resides within you, and it's a power that can rewrite the script of your life. This journey we embark on together is a deep dive into the roots of laziness, its insidious influence in our lives, and most importantly, how to vanquish it for the sake of personal growth, success, and fulfillment. We'll explore philosophies and practical strategies to transform our very being, guiding us from the murky shadows of procrastination into the bright light of accomplishment. Together, let's not be passive passengers on the ship of fate, but rather the captains navigating towards the horizon of our full potential. Let's eradicate laziness and awaken the giants slumbering within. After all, the pursuit of greatness demands our wholehearted commitment, leaving no room for half-hearted efforts. The time is now, and it's yours to claim. So before we charge headfirst into the battle, let's delve into the essence of this often dreaded foe, laziness. Here's a surprising truth. At its core, laziness isn't entirely our enemy. Imagine our ancestors living in a time where survival hinged on physical exertion. Their bodies instinctively conserved energy for crucial tasks like hunting, gathering, and protecting their family. This deep-seated need for conservation is woven into our very DNA, manifesting in our modern lives as a constant yearning for comfort and ease. It's a fascinating twist of evolution, isn't it? What once ensured our survival now threatens to become a roadblock to our progress. But there's a catch to these comfort zones. Lush landscapes they may be, with minimal effort required and routine ruling supreme, but they also hold a hidden danger, the trap of unfulfilled potential. Imagine a seed nestled in the earth, bursting with the potential to grow into something beautiful. Yet without sunlight, water, and care, it remains just a seed, forever trapped underground, its potential unexplored and its beauty unseen. That's exactly what happens when we succumb to laziness. Our talents, dreams, and the incredible things we could achieve all stay buried, untapped, just like that seed. The cost, a life filled with what-ifs, missed opportunities, and the constant nagging feeling of unexplored potential. Let's rewind and consider a historical figure. Leonardo da Vinci, this polymath whose insatiable curiosity and relentless pursuit of knowledge led him to master and innovate in art, science, engineering, and anatomy. Now imagine if da Vinci had given in to laziness, choosing the comfort of the familiar over the challenging path of discovery. The world would be a much poorer place. We wouldn't have the Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile, the insights into human anatomy revealed by the Vitruvian Man, or the countless inventions that sprang from his mind and onto the pages of his notebooks. Da Vinci's life is a shining example of where curiosity, hard work, and the refusal to settle for complacency can take us. History remembers Da Vinci, but there are countless others who have been lost to time. Their voices remain unheard, their canvases blank, their lives stagnant because they were seduced by the call of laziness. This path leads only to a twilight filled with regrets, where the haunting echo of I could have been becomes a constant companion. Let's take a moment to reflect on ourselves. How often have we stood on the precipice of action, our hearts pounding with excitement for a new venture, only to retreat back into the comfortable cocoon of routine? How many ideas have flickered to life within us, only to be snuffed out by the defeatist whisper of tomorrow? Each instance becomes a thread woven into the tapestry of a stagnant life, a life where change is feared, growth is stunted, and the horizon of our potential remains a distant, shimmering mirage. Now let's shift gears. Here in this gathering of kindred spirits, I challenge each of you to consider the paths not taken, the efforts not exerted, the dreams left on the shelf. Take a moment to reflect on where those paths might have led, the growth they could have fueled, and the fulfillment they whispered promises of. This isn't a guilt trip about the past, but a spark to ignite the fire for your future. As we move forward, let's draw inspiration from the stories of those who conquered the lure of laziness. Let the undeniable truth that resides within each of us, that we hold an unexplored universe of potential, be our guiding light. It's the road to overcoming laziness is paved with the consistent steps of action. No matter how small they may seem, each step forward is a victory, each action a battle won against the inertia that seeks to hold us back. The canvas of our lives deserves more than mere outlines and timid sketches, more than succumbing to the seductive whispers of ease. Let's paint with bold strokes and vibrant colors, fueled by the knowledge that the masterpiece of our lives can only be completed through effort, perseverance, and the courage to step outside our comfort zones. This journey is far from over. As we continue, let's delve deeper into strategies and philosophies that can transform our approach to life, work, and personal growth. We'll explore the disciplines that forge the path from the ordinary to the extraordinary, from the familiar to the boundless realms of our potential. Together, let's embark on this transformative journey, stepping boldly into a future where laziness doesn't hold us back, but action, growth, and fulfillment become the sails that propel us forward. Now, in our quest to conquer what we've come to know as laziness, let's focus on a cornerstone that holds immense power. Not only can it redefine our relationship with inaction, but it can also catapult us into realms of productivity and fulfillment we once deemed impossible. This cornerstone, my friends, is our personal philosophy. Imagine your philosophy as the rudder of a ship, guiding you through the turbulent waters of life. It's the voice that whispers in your ear at crossroads, shaping your perceptions of right and wrong, possible and impossible. But what happens when this philosophy, unbeknownst to you, has been unknowingly calibrated for comfort, prioritizing ease over growth at all costs? The result, a life lived within the confines of what's easy, rather than what's truly possible. Now imagine the transformative power that comes from simply changing your perspective. What if, instead of avoiding discomfort, we embraced it as the fuel for growth? Suddenly the walls built by laziness start to crumble. Not because the tasks themselves have become any easier, but because our core beliefs no longer allow us to be intimidated by them. This shift from a philosophy of avoidance to one of engagement transforms the tempting whispers of laziness into a battle cry for action. But how do we craft such a philosophy? It all starts with introspection, with asking ourselves the tough questions. What truly matters to us, and what are we willing to fight for? We need to recognize that every meaningful achievement is born from the crucible of effort and discomfort. Our philosophy, therefore, must celebrate the struggle as much, if not more, than the final accomplishment. Consider the great inventors, explorers, and history makers. Their guiding principles weren't rooted in comfort, but in the relentless pursuit of something bigger, something beyond the horizon of the known. Their willingness to embrace hardship, to see every failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end, was the fuel that propelled them to extraordinary achievements. So how do we cultivate this kind of philosophy? It begins with the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of. It requires us to rewrite the limiting narratives we've accepted for far too long. Instead of surrendering with a resigned, "I can't do this because it's hard," we challenge ourselves with, what if the very difficulty is what makes it worthwhile? The foundation of this philosophy is a growth mindset. The belief that our abilities and intelligence are not set in stone, but can be developed through dedication and hard work. Countless studies and real-life success stories support this belief, which stands in stark contrast to a fixed mindset that views talent and intelligence as unchangeable traits. On a practical level, this action-oriented philosophy translates to setting goals that push us beyond our comfort zones, that force us to stretch and grow. It means surrounding ourselves with people who challenge us to be better, who inspire us to reach for the stars. It means becoming lifelong students, eagerly learning, adapting, and applying the lessons each day offers. Let's draw inspiration from nature. Look at the butterfly trapped in its cocoon, undergoing a transformation that requires struggle. It must push against the confines of its current existence to discover the beauty and freedom of its next form. Without this struggle, the butterfly would never develop the strength to take flight. Our lives are no different. It's through the struggle, through actively engaging with challenges, that we develop the strength to soar to new heights. As we cultivate a personal philosophy that prioritizes action and progress, we also learn the value of patience and persistence. The most majestic trees take years, even decades, to reach their full potential. Similarly, our greatest achievements may not come quickly or easily. But with a philosophy that values growth over instant gratification, we learn to appreciate the journey as much as the destination. As we move forward in this conversation, let's delve deeper into the practical tools and habits that can make this philosophy a reality in our everyday lives. We'll explore how to translate this newfound perspective into concrete actions, habits that will shape the course of our destinies together. We'll embark on this transformative journey, armed with a philosophy that sees beyond the allure of instant gratification and recognizes the true value of effort, growth, and progress. Let this be the turning point where we redefine our relationship with challenges. Let's see them not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones, opportunities to propel ourselves forward. With a personal philosophy anchored in the pursuit of growth and progress, there are truly no limits to what we can achieve. Let's move forward, not with dread for the work ahead, but with an electric excitement for the possibilities that our efforts will unlock in the grand tapestry of life, where each thread represents a choice, a chance, or a challenge. The art of setting goals is the frame that holds the entire masterpiece together. Without goals, our actions become scattered, our passions diluted, and even the most impressive achievements can feel hollow. Goals are more than just markers of what we want to achieve. They are the very essence of living a life with purpose. Let's imagine a ship setting sail from one coast to another. Without a destination in mind, without a charted course, the ship is left at the mercy of the currents and winds, its journey dictated by pure chance. But with a clear destination and a map to guide its course, every gust of wind and every turn of the rudder propels it closer to its intended harbor. This is the power of goals. They provide direction and purpose, transforming the unpredictable winds of life into the forces that drive us forward. So, how do we set goals that are truly meaningful? The process starts with crystal clear clarity. A goal shrouded in ambiguity is like a lighthouse without a light. It offers no guidance. It's the first step, therefore, is to articulate your deepest desires, not just what you think you should want based on external expectations. This clarity of purpose ensures that your goals are a true reflection of your aspirations, not a pale imitation of someone else's dreams. Achievability is another crucial aspect of goal setting. While it's important to set your sights high, setting goals that are entirely out of reach can lead to frustration and discouragement. The key is to find a balance between challenging yourself and acknowledging your current limitations. Understand that these limitations can and will expand with effort and time. Think of it as aiming for the stars, but starting with the moon. Let your initial successes be the launch pad that propels you to even greater heights. Let me tell you a story about a young athlete whose heart burned with the dream of winning Olympic gold. This seemingly impossible goal became their compass, guiding every decision, every sacrifice, every bead of sweat that soaked the training ground. The path to the Olympics, however, wasn't paved with a single, giant leap. It was a meticulously constructed road built from smaller, more immediate goals. Winning local competitions, then nationals. Then internationals, you'll teach victory a stepping stone. Each success a brick laid towards the ultimate prize. This journey exemplifies not just the importance of setting achievable goals, but also the power of celebrating milestones along the way. Each success fuels the fire that propels you towards the next. Setting goals requires more than just wishful thinking. A goal without a plan is just a wish, and it's in the act of doing that wishes transform into reality. This means breaking down your goals into bite-sized, actionable steps, mini goals in themselves. If your heart yearns to write a book, then start by aiming for a page a day. If your feet dream of marathons, begin with a single mile. It's through these small daily victories that the seemingly insurmountable becomes attainable. But setting goals and making plans is just the opening act. The true test lies in perseverance, the ability to keep pushing forward even when progress feels sluggish and the outcome uncertain. It's in these moments of doubt and difficulty that the clarity and purpose of your goals become your guiding light, cutting through the fog of discouragement. Let's embark on this journey together. Let's not just set goals, let's commit to them with every fiber of our being. Let's not be paralyzed by the fear of failure, for in the relentless pursuit of our goals, there are no failures, only lessons learned and resilience forward. And let's always remember, in the grand adventure of life, it's not just the triumphant achievement of our goals that defines us, but the courage to set them, the resilience to overcome the inevitable obstacles, and the unwavering perseverance to see them through to the very end. As we flip the page to the next chapters of this journey, we'll delve into the disciplines that strengthen our resolve, the habits that fuel our efforts, and the mindset that helps us see every setback as a stepping stone to a comeback. Together, let's set sail on this adventure, not as passive dreamers wishing upon stars, but as navigators who meticulously chart their course by the stars, charting a path that leads us ever onward and upward towards the horizons we've chosen. Now, as we navigate the currents of goal setting and ambition, we arrive at a concept so fundamental yet often challenging to master. Discipline, my friends, is the essential bridge that connects the scattered islands of our dreams to the solid mainland of our achievements. Without this bridge, our goals remain distant wishes, emerging mirages on the horizon of our potential. But with a strong and steady bridge, there's no shore we can't reach, no summit we can't conquer. Let's take a moment to consider the nature of this bridge. Discipline isn't about simply denying ourselves pleasure for some far-off reward. It's about the profound understanding that the truest pleasure comes from fulfilling our goals. It's the realization that every moment of dedicated effort, every instance of self-control, brings us one step closer to achieving our aspirations. It's the journey of discipline. However, it's never a solo trek. It's accompanied by the powerful force of habit formation. Habits, those ingrained actions we perform almost without thinking, are the threads from which the tapestry of our lives is woven. They can bind us in chains of inaction and laziness, or they can propel us forward with incredible momentum towards productivity and achievement. The key lies in cultivating habits that support our goals, habits that become the wind beneath the wings of our ambitions. So how do we transform the leading weight of laziness into the gold of productivity? It all starts with the smallest of actions, consistently repeated. Take writing, for example, a mountain that can seem daunting to many. By committing to write just one sentence a day, a habit is born. This habit, nurtured with the steady stream of consistency, soon blossoms into a paragraph, a page, a chapter. And before long, the mountain is scaled, not with a single heroic leap, but with a multitude of steady, upward steps. To cultivate positive routines that boost productivity, we first need to identify the habits that hold us back, the routines that keep us stuck. This requires an honest assessment of our daily actions, a sorting of the ones that propel us forward from those that drag us back. Once we identify these energy-sapping habits, the transformation process begins. Forget grand gestures and sweeping changes. It all starts with small tweaks to our daily routines, one habit at a time. Building discipline is like building muscle. It requires consistent effort and the right fuel. In the world of discipline, motivation is the fuel, and action is the exercise. We need to feed our minds with empowering thoughts, the kind that remind us why we embarked on this journey in the first place. Why did we choose this path? What awaits us at the finish line? Answering these questions honestly provides the fuel that keeps our discipline burning bright. But even those ironclad willpower can weaken. And maintaining discipline is an art form in itself. It requires not just the initial spark of motivation, but also the steady burn of perseverance. It demands not just setting goals, but also celebrating milestones. Every small victory, every bad habit successfully replaced with a good one deserves acknowledgement celebration. These celebrations act as lighthouses, guiding us through moments of doubt, reminding us of the progress we've made. It's the strategies for building and maintaining discipline are as diverse as the people who use them. For some, it's the power of visualization, the act of painting a vivid picture of their future achievements in their mind's eye. For others, it's the accountability that comes from sharing their journey with a friend, mentor, or supportive community. And for many, it's the practice of gratitude, the daily act of acknowledging the blessings that discipline has brought into their lives. As we continue on this exploration together, let's delve deeper into the world of action and habit formation. Let's discover, side by side, the practices that transform discipline from a duty into a delight, from a challenge into a cherished companion on our journey towards achievement. Let's move forward, armed with the knowledge that with discipline as our bridge and habits as our sails, there's no dream that's too distant, no goal that's too grand. Together, let's build the discipline that forms the foundation for a life filled with purpose, achievement, and limitless potential. As we turn the pages of our lives, where each day is a chapter, and every action a sentence, the stories that truly capture the essence of achievement are often written with the ink of challenge. It's in the fires of hardship that our character is forged and the depths of our potential are revealed. Yet, our quest for comfort, for a life free of discomfort, we often shy away from the very experiences that promise growth, that offer the keys to unlock our hidden greatness. This aversion to challenge, this retreat into the comfortable arms of laziness, is perhaps the greatest barrier to our development, both as individuals and professionals. Think of a challenge not as an enemy, though it may appear intimidating. It's more like a rigorous mentor, demanding our best effort, insisting we grow, and rewarding our persistence with the most precious gift, realizing our full potential. To embrace challenge is to embrace life itself, in all its messy glory and breathtaking beauty. But what does it truly mean to face a challenge head-on? It means viewing discomfort not as a red flag to retreat, but as a call to action. It means stepping into the arena, knowing that the path to victory leads through the heart of the battle, not around it. It means understanding that laziness, that urge to run from discomfort, is but a shadow that dims the light of what we're truly capable of. History overflows with stories of individuals who, faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, chose not to surrender, but to fight, to strive, to persevere. These stories aren't just chronicles of success. They're testaments to the human spirit, to the power of our will over circumstance. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, a name synonymous with invention and innovation. His quest to create the light bulb was riddled with failure, with over 1,000 attempts that yielded not success, but valuable lessons. Each failed attempt was a challenge, a question posed, do you truly want this? Edison's answer was unwavering. More than the next breath I take. It was this refusal to give up, this unwavering persistence in the face of repeated failure that eventually led to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. We turn the pages of our lives, each day a new chapter. In every action a sentence, the stories that truly capture the essence of achievement are often written with the ink of challenge. It's in the fires of hardship that our character is forged and the depths of our potential are revealed. Yet in our quest for comfort, or a life free of discomfort, we often shy away from the very experiences that promise growth, that offer the keys to unlock our hidden greatness. This aversion to challenge, this retreat into the comfortable embrace of laziness, is perhaps the greatest barrier to our development, both as individuals and professionals. Think of a challenge not as an enemy, but it may loom large and intimidating. It's more like a tough but fair teacher, demanding our best effort, insisting we grow, and rewarding our persistence with the most precious gift, realizing our full potential. To embrace challenge is to embrace life itself, in all its messy glory and breathtaking beauty. But what does it truly mean to face a challenge head-on? It means viewing discomfort not as a red flag to retreat, but as a call to action. It means stepping into the arena, knowing that the path to victory leads through the heart of the battle, not around it. It means understanding that laziness, that urge to run from discomfort, is but a shadow that dims the light of what we're truly capable of achieving. History overflows with stories of individuals who, faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges, chose not to surrender but to fight, to strive, to persevere. These stories aren't just chronicles of success. They're testaments to the human spirit, to the power of our will over circumstance. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, a name synonymous with invention and innovation. His quest to create the light bulb was riddled with failure, with over 1,000 attempts that yielded not success, but valuable lessons. How many failed attempt was a challenge? A question posed by the universe. How much do you truly want this? Edison's answer was unwavering, more than the next breath I take. It was this refusal to give up, this unwavering persistence in the face of repeated failure, that eventually led to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. Or consider the journey of Helen Keller, who, trapped in the silence and darkness of her world, found a light so bright it has illuminated the lives of millions. With the help of her teacher, Anne Sullivan, Keller faced the challenge of her condition head-on, learning to communicate and, ultimately, to thrive. Her life was a testament to the fact that the greatest challenges, when embraced, can lead to the most profound growth. These stories and countless others like them illustrate a fundamental truth, that overcoming laziness, the reluctance to face discomfort, is a prerequisite for greatness. It is not in the calm seas, but in the tempest that sailors are made. It's not in the safety of the harbor, but in the tumult of the open ocean. That ships prove their mettle. So how do we cultivate the courage to face and make challenges, to embrace the discomfort that accompanies growth? It begins with a shift in perspective, with seeing every challenge not as a barrier, but as a bridge, not as a curse, but as a blessing in disguise. It requires us to redefine our relationship with failure, to see it not as a mark of defeat, but as a stepping stone on the path to success. It also demands of us a commitment to persistence, to the kind of hard work that is undeterred by setbacks, that finds fuel in every failure. This persistence is the heartbeat of achievement, the rhythm that drives us forward, step by determined step. As we move ahead, let us carry with us the lessons learned from those who have walked this path before us. Let us draw strength from their stories, inspiration from their perseverance, and wisdom from their journey. And let us remember, as we face our own challenges, that it is not the magnitude of the challenge that defines us, but the magnitude of our response. In the chapters to come, we will delve deeper into the strategies for harnessing the power of challenges, for transforming them into catalysts for growth and achievement together. Let us embark on this journey, armed with the knowledge that within each challenge lies an opportunity, within each discomfort, a chance for growth. Let us embrace these challenges with open arms, for they are the crucibles in which the metal of our spirit is tested and the measure of our resolve is taken. Now, as we embark on this grand journey of transformation and growth, where we strive to overcome the barriers of laziness and embrace the discipline of action, there's a powerful, often underappreciated force that propels us forward: community and mentorship. Imagine walking a path, your path, towards the pinnacle of your aspirations. Now imagine this path lit by the torches of those who've walked before you, surrounded by fellow travelers, each with their own dreams, their own struggles, their lights. It's the climb towards personal achievement. While deeply personal, doesn't have to be a lonely trek. Imagine the wind beneath your wings. That's the kind of boost inspiring mentors and supportive communities can provide propelling you to heights you might not reach by yourself. Look at the greatest achievers. Their stories of solitary struggle and triumph often hide a network of guidance, encouragement, and shared wisdom. Mentors and communities believed in their potential even when they themselves had doubts. Finding mentors who ignite a spark, you see the potential simmering within you, and fan it into a flame, is a turning point in your journey. A mentor isn't just a walking encyclopedia. They act as a mirror reflecting your potential, showing you a future version you might not have envisioned. They challenge you, push you past your comfort zone, and stand by your side as you navigate the hurdles of growth and achievement. Equally important is seeking out communities that hold you accountable, that nudge you to keep your promises, and turn aspirations into action. These communities, whether formal groups with shared goals or a casual bunch of friends who share your ambition, become your accountability buddies. They're the ones who ask, did you do what you set out to do? Not to judge, but to remind you of the commitments you made to yourself. Surrounding yourself with positivity and ambition isn't a luxury. It's a strategic move on your path to overcoming laziness and achieving your goals. The energy of ambitious, positive people is contagious. It's their stories of overcoming obstacles. Their relentless pursuit of dreams serve as a constant reminder of what's possible when you commit to action, discipline, and perseverance. Standing at the threshold of your future, armed with the knowledge of how discipline, embracing challenges, and setting powerful goals can transform your life. Let's make a pact. Let's vow to seek out mentors who inspire us, to immerse ourselves in communities that push us to be our best selves, and surround ourselves with the positivity and ambition that fuels our journey towards greatness. This isn't a solo expedition from the clutches of laziness to the peak of achievement. The path is illuminated by the wisdom of mentors, supported by the strength of our community, and fueled by our own discipline and dedication to our goals. Let today be the day we take decisive action towards personal growth. Let's set goals with the unwavering intention of achieving them, embracing the discipline required to make our dreams a reality. Let today be the day we move from dreaming to doing, from planning to executing, from hoping to becoming. Let's seize the day and the endless possibilities it offers, knowing that with mentors and a supportive community by our side, there's no goal too far off, no dream too audacious. Together, let's move forward with the courage to face challenges, the discipline to chase our goals, and the support of a community that uplifts us beyond what we could ever achieve alone. Today, let's take that first step, and then another and another, until the path we've walked becomes a testament to the transformative power of overcoming laziness, embracing effort, and achieving greatness. Let's begin.